What's up, guys? Today I want to dispel the most common myth surrounding full body training, and that's the fact that everyone seems to think that when you go to a gym in a full body style, you have to train every single muscle group in existence and you got to do every movement pattern in existence. So in other words, you got to go in the gym, you got to do flat bench, overhead press, dumbbell fly, reverse fly, weighted pull up, deadlift, shrug, barbell row, stiff legged deadlift, good morning, weighted plank, barbell curl, dumbbell curl, tricep push down, extensions. They think you have to train every single muscle group in existence. What the fuck? That doesn't even make any sense. Guys, let me tell you something. If you're transitioning into a full body training style and you've been using splits all your life, do not treat it like a split. Of course, you're gonna lose motivation. Of course, workouts are gonna take you over 2 hours. Of course, you're not gonna make good gains. You're gonna be absolutely destroyed. What you have to do is divide the stimulus a little bit. So if you're used to doing 6 exercises in a split routine, well, maybe divide that into 2 exercises per session, but increase the frequency to 3 times a week. So now you're getting the same volume as a split routine, but now you get extra frequency. That's how you divide it. You don't just cram everything into one session. That makes absolutely no sense. I don't like it when people say that full body training is limited in this fashion because you gotta train everything in one session. It just doesn't make any sense. It's about priority. It's about knowing what your weaknesses are and then attacking them in the given session. So if you want to do one workout vertical press, another workout horizontal press, that's absolutely fine. You don't have to combine both of them in the same session, although you could. It's not necessary. And if you look at most novice programs, including mine, this is how it's structured. There's an A day and a B day. Starting strength, same thing. One day you do pause overhead press, another day you do flat bench. One day you do deadlift, the other day you do stiff leg deadlift. You know what I'm saying? It's just back and forth. And that's kind of how full body training is. That's how I approach it. Have an intensity day and a volume day, at least because I'm an advanced lifter, right? And in those 2 days, it's not the same workout. I divide the training stimulus, both in terms of sets and reps, volume and intensity, and exercise selection. So it's not the same thing every single time you go to gym. That's a big misconception. It's causing guys to lose motivation, not participate in a full body training style, and of course they're resorting to inferior routines, which is going to undermine their natural potential. So when thinking about full body training, realize that it's about the total weekly expenditure. How much work are you doing in a week? How many total exercises are you doing? What's your total volume and intensity? Approach it from that perspective, not from a workout to workout basis. Because if you start thinking like that, you're going to drive yourself nuts and it's just not going to work well. Don't think that you have to do every movement pattern, like everything, because you know there's a lot of them. There's a horizontal push, vertical pull, horizontal pull, bend, twist. There's a lot of things that you could do in a session. Don't think that you have to train everything. Just identify what your weaknesses are. It could even be skipping out in certain muscle groups. Like if your legs are overdeveloped, you can half-ass your legs. You could do like one exercise and call it quits. That's what I do, Like I said, it's about priority, nothing more. So for me, I attack the 6 essential muscle groups, which happens to be the neck, traps, shoulders, upper back, forearms, and glutes. And that's all I do in my training session, which means I'm not doing horizontal pressing. I'm not doing many traditional barbell back squats. I'm mainly doing Zercher squats, rack pulls, things of that nature. But it's still full body because I'm training everything in one session, my upper body and the lower body at the same time. The training frequency's up there, and it's just not a split routine. So that's about it, guys. I hope you learned this message. I cannot be more clear that you should not feel obliged to do every exercise, every movement pattern. Because if you think like that, your stereotypes of full body training will only be increased. And that's not what I want. I'm all about promoting the truth, making sure that you get the best results possible. So let me know what you think down below. When you first started doing full body training, did you make some of these mistakes that I'm talking about? Did you try transforming it into a split routine? If so, I want to hear your feedback down below. And with that, I will talk to you next time.